going on, guys? It's Andrew
and Kristen
with the Emerald Group. You probably can't see it because we did the camera a little bit closer. Definitely not because I was self-conscious about my gut or anything.
Or mine, no.
So this week we decided we are going to talk about, do you need to sell your own home before financing another one? Because if you're paying cash, it doesn't really matter, right? So we're going to skip that portion of it. Let's say you're financed in one home and you're thinking about purchasing another home. So we actually have some customers going through this right now. We figured there's some good information there.
Yeah. So what if your current home is a VA loan?
Oh, okay. So if your current home is a VA home, you can still purchase another VA home.
What?
So you have,
you can?
Yeah, absolutely,
No
Kristen. So you have $484,350 of entitlement. You could still go over that, and lenders correct me if the numbers change. Occasionally, it changes on us. I think it changed on us like 6 months ago when we did a video on this, and I was like, Anyway, $484,350, and then anything you go above that, you're gonna have to pay a down payment on. Right. So you could take, let's say, home A is $200,000. You'll still have $284,350 to go up to your next home without having to worry about a down payment.
Right.
So VA is definitely possible to do this with, right?
Yep.
So what about, let's talk debt to income ratio. So do they need to actually close and sell on the first home before purchasing the next one?
Maybe.
Right. So maybe. Can you elaborate on maybe?
I can.
So go ahead.
So basically what the lender's going to look at is just what he said, your debt to income. So if your mortgage, the home that you're living in, that mortgage payment, plus a second mortgage payment, plus any other debt you have, credit cards, car loans, student loans, all that good stuff. If all of that equals over 49% of your income, you're going to have to sell.
Well, I think for VA, I think it's actually, man, I don't want to throw a number out because I feel like I'm going to mess it up.
I know conventional 49.
Yeah, I think for VA, it's, I want to say 43, 42. Monica, do you remember off the top of your head? Yeah. Okay, so lenders, help us out down here below. 41 and 43 are the two numbers sticking in my head, but they're going to look at that of what's called debt to income ratio. Right. If you can afford both properties underneath that debt to income, then they're going to allow you to move on to the next one. So that leads us to kick-out clauses in the contract. So let's say you're living in a home now, and in the given situation that we're talking about now, they're fixing up the home, but they found another home that they just fell in love with. They weren't even really looking. It just happened. Yeah. That's part of it. That's part of home shopping. And so we decided to secure that. The agent and the sellers on the other end put in a kick-out clause.
What's a kick-out clause, Andrew?
I was actually going to ask you what a kick-out clause is. So a kick-out clause is basically stating, hey, we're going to keep showing the home as the seller, and if an offer comes through and we want to take it, we'll let the buyer know that secured the property already, that it's already negotiated out. Right. We're going to let them know and give them, in this case, 72 hours, which is kind of typical, but you can always change that time frame.
48, yeah.
Yeah, so 72 hours to basically say, hey, selling your home is not a contingency. So in our contract, what it stated was, hey, we're buying said home here, but we need to sell this one first, so we'll put a closing date of 2 months out, 3 months out, or whatever. They accepted it. Now, if a better offer came through, they do a kick out and they say, hey, you have to remove that contingency that says this home has to sell. So if your debt to income ratio was good, which luckily for us, in this case it was, then they were able to do both and they didn't lose the deal. Now, if they weren't able to, then they wouldn't be able to remove that contingency. They would have lost that house and the sellers would have taken another contract.
Right.
So that's a kick-out clause. What else do we need to know about purchasing another property while still owning yours?
I don't know.
I also couldn't think of anything. That's why I was asking you, and we've got somebody at the door. That's fun.
Mail. Yeah.
It probably is mail. No, it's coffee. Hey, so we're going to end this prematurely. I think we are good.
Yeah. If you have questions, or if you want to find out yourself different options that you have, give us a call. We can get you in touch with the lender. So before you start trying to figure out paying stuff off and all that stuff, don't talk to the lender first. See where you're at with your debt to income, all that good stuff, because you might be paying stuff off that you don't have to pay off.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you ever have questions, contact a lender as far as that part's concerned. But,
or your realtor, and they'll get you in touch with a local lender.
Yeah.
Because going local is, of course, always better.
Yeah.
Particularly for us realtors, we like that. So,
Yeah.
anyway, if you guys have any questions, comment down below. And lenders, again, correct us on any of our numbers because I'm sure we're a little bit off on some of this. We didn't.
Just kidding.
So anyway, it was great talking to you guys, and
happy Monday.
guess we'll chat with you next week.
Yeah.
Probably on Sunday next week.
Yeah, we have a big week coming up.
Yeah, we're going to do a few Facebook Lives next week because we will be out of town on our business trip. So I look forward to doing that with
you guys
everybody.
Updates of what we're doing.
That'll be fun. So anyway, hit the like button right here. I think it's like right here.
Maybe it's like right there.
It might be.
Or right there.
Over here.
No, no, down there.
Over.
Like in this general
like
area.
Right here.
Probably way off. She already hit stop. Didn't